Maadhimisho ya siku ya vijana ambayo yalifanyika katika uwanja wa michezo wa Hubangizi katika halmashauri ya mji wa Kenseshero wilayani Mitoma.
I wanted this opportunity to invite all the members of parliament and those that are hosting us, and as members of parliament from the region, we shall continue working with you and promoting the agenda of development.
I'm happy to be here today to join the youth as you're celebrating. The Vice President of Uganda, allow me to thank the youth of Busheni Greater, the Ankole, and the country in general for being patriotic.
And yes, that's to do the announcement. But at the end of the day, we shall have proposed to say to accept or reject your announcement. Because the final word, the final say, is with the Secretary Committee of the National Resistance Movement. I was saying, they already can come over, Caribbean, Lucana, our own Shabbat, our Ena, Okamawari, Lord Longa, Lord Museveni, Memory, Utera, Abasto.
We welcome the idea from you. We welcome the idea, that's why we have signed. Unfortunately, for the case of Uganda, the youth are 70% of the segment of the population, the total population of the country. So that means that what we have signed today is already supported by the 70% of Uganda's population. And therefore, we other segments now of elders, of women, of disabilities will just come to reinforce you in order for us to achieve success in 2026.
Naam, tukitoka katika ulingo wa siasa na kurejea hapa jijini Kampala katika chuo kikuu cha Makerere. Kama sehemu ya maadhimisho ya miaka 100 tangu chuo kikuu cha Makerere kuanzishwa, idara ya lugha za kigeni chuoni humo imeanzisha juhudi za upanzi wa miti kwa ajili ya kukabiliana na athari za mabadiliko ya anga. Profesa Josephine Ahikire, mhadhiri wa chuo kikuu cha Makerere, amehimiza vyuo vingine kuiga mfano huo na kukumbatia upandaji miti kama njia shirikishi katika jitihada za kupambana na athari za mabadiliko ya hali ya anga.
Wakati wa zoezi la upanzi wa miti katika chuo kikuu cha Makerere, Profesa Josephine Ahikire alizitaka taasisi za elimu ya juu kukumbatia zoezi la upanzi wa miti kama sababu ya kukabiliana na mabadiliko ya hali ya hewa.
Makerere has a critical role in building sensitivity and ingenuity around the environment, because when people come to this, they are in a formative stage and they are able to be molded to be able to, for instance, appreciate the role of saving the environment, the role of trees in terms of turning around the fate of climate change that we are experiencing today. So the university, especially Makerere, as Uganda's premier university, if Makerere takes up something, it has a contagion effect on the whole nation, on the whole region. So we think we have a role to play in terms of taking a lead, in being very bold, in taking bold steps to be able to mold the generation and the generations to come.
Zoezi hilo liliongozwa na idara ya lugha za kigeni, ambapo mkuu wa idara hiyo Profesa Natukunda Edith aliangazia kuwa ni muhimu kuweka nidhamu ya utunzaji wa mazingira kwa kizazi kipya na kuhifadhi asili iliyopo.
You know that Makerere is one of the few institutions where you can park under a shade of the trees. And you can't have that if you don't plant trees. So we're also planting trees for environmental awareness. This project, we hope, is going not only to sensitize the teachers, the lecturers, but also sensitize the students. As lecturers, we are going to integrate the sensitization about saving the earth in our teaching of French.
Agatha Tumwine, mhadhiri wa chuo kikuu cha Makerere na rais wa walimu wa Kifaransa nchini Uganda, anabainisha kuwa kampeni ya upanzi wa miti itatilia mkazo na uweledi kwa vijana wa kizazi kipya na kuwafanya kuwa wananchi wanaowajibika kuwa waangalifu kuhusu ulinzi wa mazingira.
The young ones, the youth who are the majority, the students are the majority, they are always left out in such activities. So someone comes to know about the importance of environment at a later age when they have already maybe spoiled or destroyed the environment somewhere. So we are saying if learners right from primary, because there are some primary schools as well, right from a young age, they are able to know the importance of environment, protect the environment, then they are going to grow when they are very sensitive, and we are targeting the future generation.
Baadhi ya wanafunzi walioshiriki zoezi hilo waliwataka wanafunzi wenzao na wananchi kushiriki katika upanzi wa miti ili kuokoa nchi kwa majanga yanayoikumba.
It's a very, very great privilege to participate in saving for the future. Just like we are saying ensemble, sauvons notre planète Terre, we are saving our future on planet Earth.
As in Uganda, for having embarked on such an unprecedented project of planting trees. So 200 schools, 200 trees. We hope that this is going to be, a good start, of course, for inspiring other people and communities to plant trees.
Let us save our planet Earth.
Naam, na kando na upanzi wa miti na hifadhi za mazingira, bado kama tupo katika chuo hicho cha Makerere, mkuu wa idara ya kitengo cha elimu katika chuo kikuu cha Makerere, Profesa Anthony Mugaga, ameomba serikali kuhifadhi zaidi chuo hicho kama watakumbatia tarakilishi. Mwanazuoni huyo anasema kwamba wanafunzi hawawezi kukumbatia mfumo wa masomo ya mitandao kama vifaa vya kutumia havitoshi.
Even quality of education is your child. It's when you go back, inform our mother, Mama Janet, and others. Education is your child. We need more computers. We've had the VC. It is a strained financial state of our university. It has forgiven us about 70 computers. Now these 70 computers are servicing 4,000 undergraduate and about 200 graduate students. I did math, though not during UPE period, but the ratio of 70 to around 5,000 is a sad one.
But also because there were diseases, it would help them reduce on the disease spread. So it was an interesting period. 2, 3, it was self-paced. You download the materials and then you read at your own pace. You're not rushing very fast. And that was at 9%.
Implement. But the acceptability has been a challenge by a very wide margin of institutions. And therefore, when a leader like Makerere, by default, you've been here since 1922, I get so enthused that this is the journey we should be taking. But please don't stop here at this campus, extend. And that's what you say, VC. Other universities that are emerging like mine, the one I'm overseeing, Mountains, give this deliberate support in all ways, whether faculty exchange, so that we reinforce the conversation of using blended learning and upscale the issue of access in all ways.
So it's only people who have the training that can be able to deliver a very enjoyable moment with the students. But most of the Ugandans, most of the Ugandan teachers did not have this training, and that's why the majority of students dislike online learning, because it was offered by people who had no clue. They had no training. And many of them think that online learning is using Zoom. That's what many people think, and that's wrong. I want to state it here on national television that it is not using Zoom that is called online learning. Online learning involves more. It involves things like how do you communicate online, how do you assess people online. It's not just about communication online that now I'm talking to the other person. No, it isn't. It involves a lot of things. How do you present yourself? How do you present materials? How do you present activities to learners and so on? So I invite everyone who wants to participate in this, not to just do it without training. Come to Makerere University, Institute of Open Distance and E-Learning, and you get the training.
Naam, wanazuoni hao wakijaribu kuzungumzia jambo la kukumbatia masomo ya kidijitali. Lakini kando na hayo, habari yetu ya tatu inasema kwamba wakuu katika hospitali ya rufaa ya Mulago wanataka vitengo vya hospitali hiyo kutumia mbinu za kidijitali kuhifadhi data ya wagonjwa. Mkurugenzi mkuu wa hospitali hiyo Daktari Edward Kayesije alisema hayo huku hospitali hiyo ikiwa bado inatumia mbinu za kikali kuhifadhi data za wagonjwa.
In a patient entering a hospital, from the time they enter up the time they leave, a lot of paperwork happens. I think you've been always accusing doctors of writing too much. When a patient enters the room, you see a doctor writing. When the patient goes away to the window to collect medicine, you see somebody writing. What is now going to happen is that when the patient arrives, right from the time they are arriving, somebody will just click a button on the computer, and the button will show you the page at which the patient's details have already been captured. You know that is the real patient, and in order for you to confirm, you may ask the patient to put their fingerprints, and once they put a thumbprint, then that means that that's the proper patient, so nobody can come and use services meant for another person. Then all the medicines have been recorded on the same space. They call it a platform in IT language. Now the joy of this is that should a patient go to hospital for the 9th time, then the doctor doesn't have to write again. They can just click a button, go back to where what was just written and add on from there rather than starting anew.
Start from 3 to 1. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Naam, na kando na hayo ni kwamba klabu ya Rotary ya Uganda pamoja na jamii ya Wahindi wamejitolea kufadhili upasuaji wa viungo mkiwemo ugonjwa wa moyo. Madhusadan Agwal ambaye ni mwanzilishi mwenza na makamu mwenyekiti Ajanta Pharma Limited anasema kwamba zaidi ya watoto 20 wamenufaika katika mpango huu unaofanywa nchini India na wanatarajia kuupeleka hapa Uganda.
And past district governor decide about number of children to be sent to India. We are ready to take care of them, their legs actually, so amputation. So we are going to put the artificial limb. That project also will start soon. You need to tell Ugandans.
Naam, kando na hayo ni kwamba shule ya upili ya wasichana ya St. Teresa na Milyango imeadhimisha siku kuu ya mtakatifu mlinzi wa shule hiyo. Maadhimisho hayo yamefanyika kwa kauli mbiu mtoto wa kike ni kipaumbele. Naam, na basi kufikia hapo kwanza napata tonge na kwanza na meza kombe la maji, kisha narejea na habari zaidi. Usiondoke.
This
October Bilal Musaba Gardens Mukono, October Mukaga Millennium Gardens Sazibuaya, October Munanaji Montelembara, 15 October, 40 Poto Muchisawe, Abidi Mbi October, Bale Sports Center, Mtualo Kumo, Yebe Mtuale Santo, Emeza milioni emo, Wabula Batualo Kumia, Abana Gula Tickets Wakosa MTN Momo, Bajagusa Sulen Komitano, Binamina Gabitendo Momo Center, Hiva Motors, Galaxy FM, Radio 4, Kagwina Wo,
Yeah.
Forget last season. Forget the oohs and the ahs. Forget every moment that stole the show. Because the real show is here on GoTV. It's the new season. It's action-packed and it's going to be non-stop football. With over 1,000 games from more than 7 leagues and cup competitions plus a World Cup. Make sure you get the best seat in the house this new football season. Get a GoCoder with 1 month of GoTV value for only 25,000 Uganda shillings and enjoy non-stop football. GoTV Uganda. Love it.
Vimba! Ni MTN Kabode Super as you pay mpola for this smartphone. Make calls, update your WhatsApp status, watch YouTube, and Google anything under the sun with 2 GB worth of data every month for 7 months. Simply make a small deposit of 99k and pay the balance mpola. You can pay in daily, weekly, or even monthly installments while you enjoy your new phone. So what are you doing today? Visit any MTN shop near you and get the MTN Kabode Super easy.
Naam, na tukienda katika habari za spoti ni kwamba makampuni mbalimbali bado yanashiriki na yanaendelea kung'aa kwenye michezo ya ushiriki. Vilabu kutoka makampuni na taasisi mbalimbali vimekutana. Michuano hiyo ambayo imekuwa katika uwanja kule Chambogo umeshirikisha riadha mbalimbali, huku klabu ya UBC ikichuana na klabu ya PKF, mechi iliyomalizika kwa mabao 27 kwa mabao 3.
Subira we tunaba tukoze training omulundi oguddako tujja kubeera n'obusobozi obuwangula naffe obuscoringa like netuvaayo nga tuli bawanga.
Golo zaffe ssatu ze basaze nga tetumanyi position gy'oyimirira mu kushootinga naye tebaba kuzisala bano tubadde tugudde maliri
byonna naye nga kibadde kirungi okusinga na UBC ne tuzanyako nabo kuba mbeere ku mpewo eyo ne bannayo ffe tuli ne muwagira eyo naye muno mu kisaawe kiba kirala, so kirungi okubeera nga tusobodde okuzanyako nammwe. Tomanya next outing oba next year wajja kubeerawo improvement bwe munaaba nga mufunye abakochi nga mulakinga coach babadde baagala naye nga tebamanyi kikyakukola. So ate nga netball teringa football nti omwana omuto azaalibwa nayiga namanya nti nina okukiikinga nti weetaaga basics zaaki zaayo.
N'olwekyo leero kituyambye okulaba nti nno abakyala baffe abasinga tebali kifiti bulungi, era nkukakasa nti nno olulala tugenda kuddayo ku drawing board tulabe engeri abakyala baffe aba UBC gye tubafunira coach asobola okujja aba training so that we tukomawo wano next time tusobola okukola obulungi okusinga.
Naam, na kando na habari hiyo ya spoti, habari nyingine iliyofika kwa sasa inasema kwamba utafiti uliofanywa na kituo cha utafiti cha Center for Basic Research mwaka 2018-2022 umetolewa rasmi. Ripoti hiyo iliyokuwa inalenga kuimarisha ajenda na utawala wa kidemokrasia inazingatia ushahidi na ushirikiano wa mashariki ya kiraia nchini Uganda.
For research, for a research organization like ours, we work with intellectuals within the government. We work with intellectuals in the Uganda Police. We work with intellectuals in the Uganda People's Defense Forces. You may not be aware, the UPDF has a National Defense College. The UPDF is awarding degrees, they award masters, they award PhDs. So that means that within the UPDF, there are intellectuals. So we identify who are the intellectuals within government who can understand our language, and then we engage with them. Of course, not everybody will accept, will understand, will listen, but there is always a listening voice. We just have to engage, continue engaging, engage. The moment the channel of communication and engagement is lost, the consequences are dire.
And the question of funding.
Yeah. And the question which is said about suspicions of government. As a research organization, we're critical, but we criticize not for the sake of criticizing. What we do as an independent research organization, where there is something good, we acknowledge. Where there is something bad, we state it. You see, you have to remain as objective as you can ever get. We don't criticize for the sake of criticizing. We criticize in order to correct something. Somebody may take it in a different way, somebody may not like it. We try as much as we can in the funding we do. We inform everybody who receives funding has to inform the government that we have received this amount of funding. Our accounts are open for inspection by the Financial Intelligence Authority. There is nobody who has an account in Uganda. The message with government is sometimes let's be patient with civil society. Civil society is not the enemy of government. We're doing the job in areas of research which the government is supposed to do. We are partners. Let's work together. It is not that we wish to write and do research that will discredit the government. If there is something which is right, we will mention it. If there's something which is not right, we will still speak about it as a research organization.
What impact will this...
Now somebody talked about the materials. I want to thank Center for Basic Research and other partners who have put a lot of time to develop requisite civic education materials. And indeed, this is a step in the right direction. But nonetheless, we have a duty of consolidating.
Naam, na basi kufikia hapo sina ziada isipokuwa kukusihi kuendelea kuungana na runinga hii ya UBC ambapo wenzetu wanakuja katika lugha ya usiokuwa mbali. Lakini nakusihi pia ungana na wenzetu ambapo ni Bela Masiku ya Jumatatu hadi siku ya Jumamosi tu. Kwa heri, jina langu ni Sadam.
Vimba ni MTN Kabode Super. As you pay pola for this smartphone, make calls, update your WhatsApp status, watch YouTube, and Google anything under the sun with 2 GB worth of data every month for 7 months. Simply make a small deposit.
All I want is to be with you. All I want is to be with you. There's nothing like your presence, Lord. All I want is to be with you. There's nothing like your presence, Lord. All I want is to be with you. Nothing like